Looking forward to Bayonetta 3. Hope they announced the release date for that this year. What is it? It's March now. E3 is like 3 months, 4 months away? 3? Is E3 in June or July? God, I have no idea. Well, then again, it's not like Nintendo waits for E3 to announce stuff. That's the beauty of the whole Nintendo Direct thing. Like, you know, a few years back, Nintendo may have waited until E3 to announce Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now they were just like, oh hey, we're going to be doing a direct we're going to do a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, and it's going to be about Pokemon. It was like, okay, Nintendo. And then they just did like, oh, here's Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that entire idea has worked out so well for them. Just being able to announce these things whenever they want. It's like, Pokemon... Let's be fair, Pokemon is huge. It's still huge. People are less ashamed to admit they like Pokemon these days, which is nice. Ah, you in my way. So I remember, like I say, Pokemon was like one of my early JRPGs. Definitely helped with getting me into JRPGs. Are you gonna fall over and die? There we go. But there was a point, what did I do? I got Pokemon Yellow on Game Boy as a kid. Like, it was like, oh hey, Pokemon's really big, and I'm really into the cartoon. I say really into it. I enjoyed the cartoon as a kid. Everybody at school was playing Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I want Pokemon. It looks really cool and like the cartoon. And everybody at school was playing it. By the time I got Pokemon Yellow, everybody at school had stopped playing Pokemon. And it was considered like... what would be the word? It wasn't the popular thing to do to play Pokemon. I was like, oh, I just got Pokemon, and I really enjoy it. I'm having fun with it. But like, you know, talking about Pokemon at school, and oh, there's a guy with a rocket launcher there. Like, you know, you talk about Pokemon at school, and people just make fun of you for it. And there was a big point in high school where you just didn't talk about Pokemon because people make fun of you for it. You just play it on your own. But now, like, people are just less ashamed of it, which is really nice. I mean, the downside is I don't really play Pokemon anymore, but you shouldn't be ashamed for liking something like... You shouldn't be ashamed to like something like that. There's nothing wrong with it. What was it? I got into college. Damn it. I got into college, and college was a more open-minded environment. Everybody was at college because they wanted to be rather than because they were forced to be, for the most part. Probably some people there because the parents demanded they be there. Well, the general idea was like you were at college because you wanted to be at college, and you're among like-minded people, and people were more willing to be themselves. I was more willing to be myself. I learned more about myself, which was really nice. That was when I grew my hair out, because up until that point, my parents were always like, "No, cut your hair short." It was like really short, so I never really had long hair. At that point, I was like, you know what? No, I want to do my own thing. Oh, that was not fair. Get past him, come on, come on. Damn it. Yeah, so I grew my hair out, and I had long hair in college, and it was nice. I got rid of it during... Oh, no, 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 no. Damn it. Got rid of it during my second year. What was it, like New Year's Day I got rid of my hair. There we go, that's what I was hoping for. Why did I not get that guy? Yeah, like, at that point, what was I? I was on a DS in college. Yeah, I'd moved on from the Game Boy, I had the Game Boy, I had the Game Boy Color. I didn't have any Pokemon games on the Game Boy Color, I was still on Yellow. Then I got my Game Boy Advance. I remember that I got my Game Boy Advance SP, and that was really neat. Because I didn't have the Game Boy Advance, I went straight to the SP, which was great because, like, just get rid of you and say goodbye. It was great because, like, oh, I can see this game without having to tilt the system into the light, which was such a great thing. And also rechargeable batteries. That was one of the biggest problems with playing. Well, let's go up to the guys up ahead. That was one of the biggest problems with doing something like, oh, you're into Pokemon on Game Boy? I hope you have a lot of batteries. I mean, like, thank God I didn't play any other RPGs on Game Boy. Striker is the last shotgun. Has a bunch of advantages. The exclusive for that is actually it gains 100 capacity, which is amazing. It does technically end up more powerful than the riot gun, but the riot gun has a better range. The striker loses power really fast, actually, in its range. Like, very little distance, it starts losing its power. The Killer 7, this is the second Magnum. Technically more powerful than the Broken Butterfly, up until the Broken Butterfly gets its exclusive. Then the Broken Butterfly is more powerful than the Killer 7. Also reference to Killer 7. The Blacktail, the final handgun, which we already spoke about.
What are you buying?
Okay, once we get the final firepower upgrade available, I think I'll just go all in on the capacity to get the exclusive.
Thank you.
Firing speed, that's not bad, but it's not something that I really need. Selling? So I don't think I'll go for that.
Is that all? Thank you. Come back
and save.
anytime.
But yeah, like, God, playing a game like Pokemon on batteries was horrible. But then they got the SP, and the SP had the rechargeable battery, which was a godsend. It was great, and I loved it. And I remember I got my Game Boy Advance SP, and what did I do? I got my Game Boy Advance SP for my birthday. I was like, oh, it comes with the Incredible Hulk game. It's like, cool. Because what was it? I bought it at a cash generator, which is like a second-hand shop. Oh no. Oh, that was fortunate. And I got a cash generator, which is a second-hand shop, and came with the Incredible Hulk. I remember I asked the guy who was selling it to us, like, is the Incredible Hulk a good game? Which was a very young thing of me to do. But yeah, the birthday money I had went cash generator and got Game Boy Advance SP with Incredible Hulk. I still have that Game Boy Advance, actually. It's down there. It's down there. I can see it right now. Love that little thing. But yeah, still had some birthday money left over, so that's like, you want to know how long ago this was? With the leftover birthday money, we went to Blockbuster and bought 2 games. Blockbuster. And bought Metroid Fusion, which Metro Fusion is the game that got me into the Metroid series. Could use a fat juicy steak while I look at this rotten food. Rest in peace, Oven Man. No idea. You can't even examine the guy. Like, he's just like a normal militia model, but like all of his textures are red. It's weird. But yeah, Metro Fusion, which is the game that got me into Metroid, like seriously, and Pokemon Fire Red, which was how I got back into Pokemon. It was like, yeah, Yellow, and then the Gen 1 remake. That was actually a lot easier than I was expecting. I usually used a shotgun on that guy. Yeah. What'd I do? I ended up with Pokemon Sapphire at one point for Game Boy Advance and Pokemon Emerald. These stees. Yeah, damn it. One of these things. Yeah. Ended up with Sapphire and later Emerald for the Game Boy Advance. What else did I end up with? I don't really remember. But yeah, like by the time I got into college, what was I doing? I was on the DS, and what did I do? I played Diamond, I played Platinum. I think I was in college when Platinum came out. I'd have to check the date on that, actually. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black came out while I was in college. Black and White. But I picked up Black.
Amateurs. Just hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
So that entire sequence mystifies me. For several reasons. One, why did they turn off the cameras? They had no idea I was here. As far as they're aware, it's just another Ganado watching the cameras, maybe. No idea why they turned them off. Two, why is Leon calling them amateurs? Especially when that entire thing has like a really rapey vibe that makes no sense with the rest of the game. Because the Ganados, like, why would they wouldn't be they shouldn't be able to do that? It's weird. That entire sequence is just weird and off. Tactical vest reduces damage taken by 30%. Never consistent about whether I'm going to buy the tactical vest or not.
What are you
Let's see what we've got here. We're not going to get that. I don't know about that. And then there's the broken butterfly, can't be upgraded. We'll get the tactical vest.
Is that old?
One thing I really like about this as well is it actually appears on Leon's model. I really like that. There's a save point here. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I was on Pokemon Platinum at that time. Uh, come on, come on. And one more should do it. There we go. Yeah, I was still playing Pokemon at that point. I don't play Pokemon anymore. Mostly because I got tired of it. It's I don't like the battle system anymore, which a lot of people are probably like, oh yeah, it's blasphemy. How can you not like Pokemon? I like the idea of Pokemon. I'm usually interested in spin-offs whenever a spin-off comes out. Pokemon Ranger I played a good bit of on DS. Like, the main series just doesn't really interest me anymore. Sword and Shield, I watched the direct, and I was like, maybe this will get me back into Pokemon. The direct did not interest me in the game at all. Which is kind of a shame. I was kind of hoping it would. Where's this lead? Yeah, this leads back there. I'm not entirely sure why this exists here. It's like, it's not to go back to the merchant on the save point, because there's a save point there and the merchant here, which is much easier to access. Yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon, I remember they came out and I was like, I could I could get back into Pokemon. I'd be interested in doing that. Black and White. Black and White came out, and Black and White were where I lost interest. I was playing through Black. I bought Black. I was playing through it, and I lost interest partway through there, and it just went down from there. I didn't really bother with Black and White 2. Mostly because there were sequels and I had this thing about playing... I like to play the game before... I like to play games in order more than anything. Because the sequels usually have like gameplay improvements or story. Important story matters. So I didn't really play Black and White 2. By the time I got a 3DS, there was X and Y. There we go. Luis's Memo 3. The hideous creatures known as the hideous creatures such as the Elegante and the Novistadors are merely byproducts of the diabolical and inhumane experiments conducted on the specimens that were once human. But there is one type of creature that clearly distinguishes itself from the rest. These creatures are called regenerators. Regenerators have superior metabolism that allows them to regenerate their lost body parts at incredible speeds. I've never seen anything like it. It is this characteristic that makes them almost invincible to conventional weapons. But like any living creature, there is a way to kill it. Apparently there are plagas that live in its body, somewhat like leeches. They can't be seen with the naked eye, they can only be located through thermal imaging. To stop its regeneration process, these leech-like plagas must be located and then destroyed. As far as I know, most of these regenerators host a number of these leech-like plagas. To kill the regenerators, each one of these leech-like plagas must be killed. Not entirely true. You can kill a regenerator by dealing enough damage to it, but it takes a good amount of damage. Everybody knows the regenerators. Like, Resident Evil 4 isn't particularly scary, but the regenerators make a lot of people uncomfortable with good reason. Damn it! I was hoping to get past it without having to really take any damage. Oh, what was I saying? By the time I picked up a 3DS, X and Y were out. I think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were out by the time I picked up a 3DS. Because I went straight to the Vita for that handheld generation. I own them both now. But I picked up the 3DS way late because I was really focused on the Vita. And the Vita pulled me in with one thing, and that was Persona 4 Golden. They were like, oh hey, here's Sony's new handheld. Okay, what's going to be on it? Persona 4. Oh, well, you know, now you've sold me. But I picked up a 3DS. I didn't get X or Y or Alpha Ruby or Omega Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby. Well, this ought to be fun. But with the scope, actually, this is a lot simpler. Just need to get to a good vantage point. Figure out where it is. There we go. Easy as that. God, my first playthrough I didn't actually get the rifle, so I actually did pick up the infrared scope. This room locks, and I had to kill the damn thing without the rifle because I didn't get the rifle in my first playthrough. So that was fun. So what I want to do is go back actually and kill these regenerators that I didn't get, because they drop 5,000 a pop. I'll make this quick as well because there's one behind me. There we go. There we go. Yep, there he is. Yeah, I considered picking up one of the Pokemon games. Like, you know, maybe the Gen 3 remakes. I enjoyed Gen 3. But the biggest thing that put me off was the price. It was like, I don't want to throw down this much money on a game that I don't know if I'm actually going to enjoy anymore. And then it's like, oh, Gen 7? Yeah, because Black and White was Gen 5. Gen 7 was coming out, and it was like, oh, this is different. And they're doing some new things that are really interesting. And I was like, yeah, alright, you know, I'll take a look at that. Try and get back into it. So I bought Pokemon Moon. I got that release day. I played it for maybe 10 hours, and it does a lot of stuff that I like. I really like the, oh, out of ammo for it. So that was definitely worth coming back here for, actually. I did a lot of stuff I like. I like being able to pet your Pokemon. That was really nice, because I caught a Growlithe really early on. And I love Growlithe. Arcanine is one of my favourite Pokemon. If I have a fire type in my team, it's usually Arcanine, because I love Arcanine. I caught a Growlithe and I'd pet it. And one of the things that I really liked about it was, You can actually get it to give you its paw, which was really neat. I love that. But gameplay-wise, it was still Pokemon, and I fell out of Pokemon because I've lost interest in the battle system. And when you don't like the battle system of a JRPG, you're looking like at least the 80% of the game there. So that's a shame. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Pokemon game one day for LP. There's no guarantees on that though, because like beyond the obligation of continuing it once I've started it, there's not much interest there for me anymore, which is a shame. Like beyond nostalgia. This crane's actually really awkward, I remember, to actually get them with. The hitbox is a lot smaller than you think it is. You only get a certain number of tries before it shuts down. If they start running now, then that's it. Oh no, it's 3 tries, not 2. Can we get all 3? Yeah, we got all 3. Nice. And now they just shut down the crane. Yeah. But we only have one to deal with, which is nice. Yeah, I love JRPGs, but I just lost interest in the battle system of Pokemon. It's a shame, because I love the idea of Pokemon, and like I say, I'm still into the spin-offs whenever they do interesting spin-offs, which they don't really do that much anymore. But yeah, maybe one day. We keep going long enough. There are other RPGs I'd rather do first. Like Final Fantasy and Persona. I love Persona. I wonder if Atlas ever lifted that restriction they had on Persona 5 videos. There's a Persona 5 came out and Atlas was pretty strict about spoilers for it. Which, you know, good on Atlas. Although it wasn't really like the best solution. It was like, what was it? If you streamed or like posted a video on YouTube of you playing the game past a certain date in game, because the Persona series is it's how it progresses. You move through a year, and if you go past a certain date, they would hit you with strikes, copyright strikes, and get your videos taken down for it. I don't know if they ever removed that restriction. It's like, yeah, thanks for trying to look out for us, Atlas, but in the end, like, you're not really stopping the spoilers. Because you know people will just say spoilers otherwise. Videos are so much easier to avoid than people just saying spoilers. But yeah, I'd rather go through 3, 4 than 5. Not like I have a problem with the earlier ones. Well, see you, Ashley.